Right. Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to all the audience. All right. So welcome to our WS08 Sarawak Digital Economy Initiative from SMA. And then for your information, the duration of this session is only 20 minutes. All right. And then I'm Suhaila, and then I'm the research fellow at the ECT, and then I'll be serving as the moderator today. So you'll be hearing a presentation from T.S. Tan Chi Kang. All right. So before we start, allow me to share with you the background of our speaker today. Okay. So T.S. Tan Chi Kang has served as a Sarawak State Civil Servant for 18 years, currently posted in SMA or Sarawak Multimedia Authority as a head of Digital Economy Policy, Planning and Project Monitoring Divisions. So he's obtained his degree in Bachelor of Engineering, okay, for Computer and Communication System from UPM, and then master degree in Master of Advanced IT from UNIMAS. All right, so our alumni then. Okay, so Mr. T.S. Tan Chi Kang has involved practically in digital government projects, manufacturing, and digital economic planning. All right, and then now moving along to our session, please welcome T.S. Tan Chi Kang, who will be speaking to us on the SMA and the key people-centric initiatives, such as the telecommunication infrastructure, fintech, e-government, and outreach. All right. So with that, I'll pass to you, T.S. Tan Chi Kang. All right.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Dr. Suhaila and everyone. Okay, so I'll just project my slides. Okay. So just to share a bit, so I have to, I'm Tan, and I think because of the time constraint, I'll go very quickly on the presentation. Hopefully, can share a little bit on what Sarawak Multimedia is doing and share a bit on the Sarawak Digital Economy initiatives. Okay. So first of all, just to put into context, digital economy has been main agenda for Sarawak since 2017, where the goal is to achieve economic prosperity, social inclusivity, and sustainable environment. Okay, so this is the high-level goal, and then and just for information. The Sarawak Multimedia Authority was set up in 2017, end of 2017, as a regulatory agency to look into initiatives to implement the Sarawak digital economy aspirations of the government. So with that, the Sarawak Digital Economy Strategy document was launched in November 2017. Slightly prior to the full establishment of SMA to map out what are the initiatives and action plans for digital economy in the coming years then. Okay, so there are generally 47 strategic actions and all this, but probably we'll go quickly by highlighting few of those only. All right, so we have the 47 strategic actions are divided into 8 sectors and 7 enablers, but cover various areas. Okay, so today we're going to focus on digital infrastructure, digital government, and also digital literacy and inclusivity areas on the things that has been done to share a little bit. Okay, so first of all, digital infrastructure. So digital infrastructure is more on the telecommunication infrastructure. So the government is very involved in setting up the physical towers, telecommunication towers. The state government, even though this is an initiative that has been ongoing by the federal government, but the state is actually embarking into this as well. So there are 300 towers in the first phase. Almost all have been completed and online, and most of these are to the rural areas, because in the city centers, those are covered very much by the telcos, because those there is an economic value in that. So what the government is complementing are areas where there is no direct economic value to the providers. So we are building the towers and hopefully to bring high-speed broadband like the 4G to the to all the populated areas eventually. Okay, so there's also this shared infrastructure that we build infrastructure that is that could be shared by all agencies, all the telco players, so that it provides the reduction in cost and then the infrastructure as well. Okay, the fibers. All right. So the initiative works hand in hand with the federal Jendela program. So all in all, we go to areas where it's most strategic. For example, the tourist spots, the national parks, and all those. Hopefully, it will all be put on online and connected in the very short future. Okay, so these are the other areas that is not covered by the fixed line structures. So we use broadband internet. This is Lombusan, and then there's also those that we carry to Sebao. This is actually fiber optics, and to bring an affordable broadband to the rural under the Sarawak Digital Economy Corporation. They have this SRBN program. So where they provide very free for the first few 6 months, and then after that very affordable broadband connectivity to the rural area. So it targets 45,000 homes, especially in the rural area, to connect to the broadband. So the first is the broadband initiative, where it is very important, because without the telecommunication, digitalization will not take off. Okay, so then the other platforms that we are looking at is actually the Sarawakian centric fintech platform, previously known as SarawakPay, now as SPay Global. So these are actually the platform to register for the Sarawakians to do e-transaction, inculcate e-wallet transaction, cashless transactions. So the over the past 2-3 years, it has become the biggest fintech platform in Sarawak, and probably we may be asking why the government is looking into embarking into a fintech platform. Because one of the reasons is because there are things that probably commercially the players will not, the private players may not embark into. For example, the SarawakPay previously and SPay Global has collaborated with Asian Bank BSN, okay, so that to provide the cash withdrawal and deposit through the Asian Bank BSN without banking account through SarawakPay. So it means that sending money with small amount of money, let's say 200, 300 for those staying in the rural area, to their children studying in towns or other cities like Miri and all that, would be hassleless. Previously, if they want to send those type of money, probably the transportation costs will be high, and in their area probably they do not have bank branches or ATM machines. Yeah, so these are some of the things that has been okay. So this the fintech also spawn other things like in city areas is actually other applications by the private provider, like the license plate recognition, e-bazaar, and other things. Okay. So other than that, also the SMA also has this smart agriculture platform, where we carry out put up. So these are Timoga, this private sector. This is done by wholly by private sector, but we do have the agriculture platform for the players, and this is the TKP and Rampangi, where where the farmers' household income has increased by about 30 to 40% for those participating farmers at this TKPM. TKPM for information is called Taman Kekal Pengeluaran Makanan, where it is a set of net houses with smart IoT facilities. Okay, so some of those successful farmers, you know, the income is more than RM 1 million per year. Okay, so this and then the approach can be replicated. Yeah, so this and then digital tourism, of course, these are some of the things that we've been doing. Putting contents and all those and AR VR into to promote tourism sites. Okay, for digital government, there is this initiative called the Sarawak ID Digital Identity. So where these Sarawakians will have their ID, and with the ID they can access a lot of facilities and also seamless government services. And why are we doing this digital ID? Currently, well, the federal is looking into plan to implement it. We already have about 20 to 30% Sarawakians on board this. One of the advantages of having this is we can actually provide services to those without ICs for some reason or registration documents. We can even provide, especially for welfare purposes, we could even provide services to the tourists. We can also have, as I mentioned just now, seamless services to the people. All right. And then, of course, data sharing is one of the initiatives ongoing. Then the Service Sarawak, these are actually in collaboration with the State Service Modernization Unit, where they have these counters statewide, where they provide counter service for those who feels that, you know, they see one counter service or face-to-face transactions or at least kiosk transactions. Those who are yet to be familiar with the mobile gadgets, so forth. Okay, so these are some of the things that has been ongoing. There is also the welfare systems, welfare provision systems online. So all these like the Kengelango card, the Bantuan Ibu Bersalin and endowment fund, things like that, they are all accessible online. Okay, yeah, and of course, the third one is actually the digital inclusivity and literacy, where there is a lot of digital inclusivity programs carried out by the SMA. Some of those like radio programs to reach the people about the things that we have been doing, about the services available, about the best practices, and to other people. Okay, so these are some of the ongoing outreach program. And then, of course, we have also a digital community center where we have it's like the internet centers. We provide programs to school children. We provide working space, access to online resources, connectivity, especially to those areas in the rural. Okay. This DCC is actually a collaboration, in fact, with the Ministry of Local Government Housing and also Pustaka Negeri Sarawak. Yeah, so there are lots of programs for this DCC. Like so far there has been more than 1,000 programs benefiting more than 20,000 people, and the government intends to set up 42 DCCs statewide in the near future. Yeah. And so some of these are the programs as shown in Makerspace, Pandai program, information literacy, community programs, community talk, children activity, seed reading. Some of these are for Makerspace. I think we know what this Pandai program is actually. It has awareness and as well as online training program platform to deliver courses and trainings to the people, okay, on the ground. And these programs, DCC programs, are targeted to all segments of the community. Yeah, if you look at the children, teenagers, youth, senior citizens. Okay, so with that, to increase their I mean, after the digital community centers and all those, there's also programs for the digital entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs through the Digital Village initiative, where the innovation hubs, several innovation hubs, currently operations statewide. Innovation hubs are also like co-working space with programs, activities, mentorship programs to the and facilities also to the entrepreneur and aspiring entrepreneurs, as well as programs to set them up another notch to become scale ups and more successful entrepreneurs. Okay, so these are the list of areas with currently with innovation hubs, and those others are being planned. Okay, right. So these are some of the programs for the digital innovation hubs, training people, educating, and then linking to the angel investors. Okay, and last but not least is actually Kuching, Kuching's Smart Heritage OKH project for to turn Kuching as a smart heritage city. So as we develop, there's element of heritage that we need to maintain and also to continue to develop. All right. So the mission is to drive community economic growth and improve quality of life through heritage initiatives. So to go very quickly, it includes a very comprehensive roadmap and program for digital inclusivity and also heritage, like programs like providing skill development to the people in handicrafts, in simple entrepreneurships, to turn the city into more vibrant with signages, with facilities, and also to look into a few strategic projects to make Sarawak more prominent, like the promotion at the international field, like the Songket Green Thumb, and then entering into the world records. Okay, Malaysia Book of World Records for example, the Hadra program. Yeah. So these are some of the things that is doing to improve the heritage and also to make the city more vibrant as well as inclusive for the people. All right, this model can be replicated elsewhere later on. Okay, so I think due to the time constraint, that is what I could quickly share at the moment. Yeah, if you have any questions, yeah, you can bring it up for discussion. Yeah, so I'll pass back to Dr. Suhaila.
Question to ask our speaker today, or you can type to our chat box, post it to our chat box for any questions. All right, maybe I can start with one question. Okay, start. All right. Okay. So regarding with the one that you mentioned just now about the DCC. All right. Okay. So how's the implementation of DCC so far?
Currently, we have a few sites ongoing. We'll have Muka and all those there, and then so yeah, the program has been ongoing quite smoothly. We have like I mentioned, the program for the community, the equipment and all those facilities. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so how's the from the community perspective when there's a DCC comes to the place?
So far, the community, the feedback has been also yeah, very encouraging. Yeah, very encouraging. You see from the statistics, there are 20,000 reach from there. So it is actually very positive from so far from that's why we are implementing more of this, especially those, you know, sometimes it is where the community can get together, especially the school children even. So to have the program that is productive and yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, so there's one question from Wong Sikon here. Okay, how SMA does ensure security issues about the personal data of the individuals?
Oh, of course. We for all the initiatives that we implement, we adhere to the standards like the PDPR, and you know. So for the government data center, okay, it's actually very strict. The security we are adhering to the ISMS standards. We are also looking into to ensure that the data center is of tier 3 equivalent. So in that way it is about the most highest tier in data center in Malaysia. So Kira consider as you know, at least for this region, it is secure. Of course, the data sharing is one thing. So what we do is actually data classification, and all those has to be done properly so that the data shared are open data. You can't aggregate that to obtain the personal information on the people, on the particular people. So far, yeah, that's how we manage, so that, you know, so that there is no detrimental issues pertaining the leak of personal data. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the question and for the answer. All right. Okay, there's another one question from Farina. Okay, are they planning to? Is there any planning to make the DCCs as a self-sustainable?
DCCs, we have to weigh against. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Currently, DCC will still be a cost center, which means that the government is actually putting money into DCCs. However, these are actually basic facilities. So to make it sustainable, probably you involve businesses and all those coming in. Okay, those are the things that we are looking into also. But at the when we move up another notch to the innovation hubs, okay, where it involves the aspiring entrepreneurs and also startups, okay. Those actually we do partner with the private sector so that so that the cost is sustainable. Some of those are in fact actually established by the private sector. So in that sense, if they want to move up another notch to become a digital entrepreneur, and those programs, those centers, you know, we do have very comprehensive self-sustainability strategies there. So some of those includes, of course, some we may charge, okay, for co-working space, minimal, but there is. But most of the cost sharing is actually from the private sectors, the partners. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Hope this answer will answer the questions from the participants. Okay. So waiting for another one. Another questions from the participants. Okay. So I think yeah, maybe one last question. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
From my side. Again, from my side. All right. Okay. So how many months already? I mean, how long already the implementation of DCC? And then how can you see the impact, if there's any impact so far to the community when you started to roll out the DCC?
The DCC has been I think it has been done for about since earlier of the year. Okay, so the impact because of that, I think the impact study, the total one probably has to be studied, but I think we can model that against what we have from the what do you call it, Pusat ICT, the ICT community centers last time. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think we are really end of the session now. Okay, it's 20 minutes already. All right. Okay. So thank you very much to our speaker today for addressing this interesting topic. Okay, T.S. Tan Chikang, and then thank you to all the participants for attending this fruitful session. All right, and then this announcement from the organizer to all the participants or audiences today. Okay, since this is the last session before our lunch break, okay, you may stay in this link, or you can log out and then log in again using the same link, because the given link will be used for the whole day. All right. Okay. I think thank you so much, T.S. Tan Chikang. Okay. Thank you for your time. And then I'll pass back this session to our organizer.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Okay, stay safe. Thank you.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tan. I think that was very useful sharing, and we look forward to hearing from you in the near future as well on what are SMA's key developments, right?
Yeah, sure.
Well, we've come to our lunchtime for the day, and our next session will start at sharp 2 o'clock. So please be there. We have a session called Reflections on Midang Midang, right? So this is something which is related to culture, traditions, and working together with the communities closely to study what are valuable assets in the community that could be turned into artifacts or digital artifacts that can be made available for a variety of purpose according to their needs. Thank you very much, and see you after lunch.
Okay, thank you.